We are live and Chuck disappeared.
I got to make an entrance. My thing. Sorry. I'm back.
There he is.
Woohoo.
How's it going, everyone? Hello to Adam. Hello. Welcome to the chat.
First.
I wrote that like yesterday.
Hey, big brother. Hey, Robert. Hello.
That's all we need. We got a good show right now. Let's do it.
Big brother.
You said that's all we needed to drop to 3.
Uh-oh.
Come back in.
Come on back, boys. It's time to have some fun. What is up with the whole first comment anyway? I never got that. Why is it a rush to be the first to comment on some random video with no
You took
context?
my question. I was literally going to ask you.
I'm sorry. You're the host. I should shut up.
No. I've always wondered that. Do you know, Chuck?
No, but it's been around as long as the internet. I think in chat rooms back in the 90s, people would do that.
Hi, Dino.
People do it on blog posts whenever you're reading things and there's comment sections at the bottom. It's like, who? I always like to go second.
Yeah.
Third.
When I get there.
I don't know. I guess even if I've been the first to comment on something, I've never been one to go first. I feel like that's obvious. Maybe not.
I don't know.
Well, then you look really stupid if you type first, and then by the time it gets into the system, somebody else typed something else already.
Oh, that happens all the time, man. And you do look stupid. If I see those, I always go back because I'll sort by, like, when I see somebody say first, and I'll sort by new oldest. And if they weren't first, I always reply, and I'm like, no, you weren't.
Like, we have a technicality here.
You failed.
Let's have a ruling.
Hi, Dad. Hi, Johnny.
Hey, Joe Perry. Hello, Johnny. And Dina. Hello, Dina.
Johnny. Heller. Is that how you pronounce that? Heller.
Yeah.
Hello.
Just gonna throw an R at the end of it, I think.
I like it.
Hello.
Is Dina's in here? Hey.
Robert's first. Yeah, Dina's here.
Come on, Robert.
Time out. Ruling on the field. You are not first, Robert. I was first.
Do you know what the weird thing is about your comment, though? It disappeared on the actual YouTube.
Yeah.
Did you delete
I don't know
it?
why it does. No, I don't know why it does it, but
okay.
YouTube removes them if their comments too far in advance before the show is set to begin.
So you really did leave it yesterday, then?
Yeah. Like, as soon as, like, when you sent me the thumbnail in Instagram and I saw that you had already gotten the StreamYard up there and loaded into YouTube, I went out there and I typed first. I was like, I bet you that won't even be there by the time the show starts.
Hey, Jimmy. Hey.
Hi, Jimmy.
Man, I'm
Dina,
slow.
you are, so that counts. I'll let you have that one, Dina.
First girl. You're the president's daughter? What?
That's true.
Sorry, that's a bad joke. So when I first came into the green room, you guys were saying you're having stressful weeks too?
Yes.
It's a long day today.
Mine too. We had so many things go wrong. But
Yeah. What do you do, Chuck?
I run a testing center at a local university,
Okay.
and we have one computer in our office. We got temporarily relocated this semester because they're doing some HVAC work in our regular office. So we only have one computer hooked up to do a lot of the work that we do, hooked to the scanner and a printer.
Yeah.
And that computer died today, like mid everything. And it died to where it blue screen and it said you have to restart, and then it wouldn't restart.
It wouldn't restart at all.
Yeah, so they had to re-image it, which took like an hour. And then, all of our software and stuff's gone, and they have to pull it back in.
Reinstall it and everything. And you're lucky they got it re-imaged and it came back up, and you didn't have to just replace the whole computer.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying, though. I'm like, this computer's like 6 years old. Maybe we should just get another one.
Yeah. That's what I would have thought the first thing would have been. Just replace the computer and install the software on that computer. And you got 6 more years now, right?
Right.
So,
Yeah, because I'm thinking, who knows, in a couple weeks, maybe it'll do it again.
somebody's trying to pinch the pennies around there if they're just trying to fix a 6-year-old computer.
Yeah.
Yeah, the IT guy would not argue with you. He's like,
I
"Why don't we
know.
get rid of it?" I don't make the budget decisions.
Yeah. See, my day was long because I didn't have any meetings today. So when I've got back-to-back meetings, it at least makes the day go by quicker, right?
Really?
But today,
I
yeah.
hate meetings.
Well, I guess in my line of work, when I meet and I'm running the meeting, crap's getting done. You know what I mean? Like, it's productive. I don't
That's
just need
good.
to sit on the phone and twiddle my thumbs and ask them, what their chicken was like during lunch, But there's nothing. I feel like maybe there's not much getting done if I'm not there to help progress it down the line, right? So, long day today.
So you kind of supervisory in your position?
Yeah, I'm
Hi,
a
Bear.
department manager.
Sweet.
My main job is to track all the hardware for the company and keep the licenses for the software in compliance with the regulations and terms and conditions and contracts and stuff like that. So,
Sweet.
so your computer issue is a counterpart to what I do. I
Gotcha.
don't run that show, but my peers are like sitting right beside me that do what you were talking about.
Sure. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Nate? Are you full time? I never picked that up.
What?
Full time reseller, part time reseller, full time job doing something else.
No, he cut it. He cut out over here, or he just stopped.
Welcome to
before
the show, Nate. Thanks for joining us.
It's like, how the hell
Is
did
this-
I get here?
We're on your channel, right? I'm on the right.
I don't
spot,
even know.
right? Refresh my screen. Maybe I'm not on the. No, it's right.
I mean, technically, I'm part-time reseller. Like, I mean, it's like a second job to me. I mean, I don't treat it like a job because I actually really enjoy it. It's just my job takes up a lot of time.
Yeah. I mean, I was saying I'll go ahead and open the floor. You asked me before the show is anything off limits. I don't like to talk about the company I work for, but I don't mind talking about the job that I do. Right.
Oh.
Okay.
So,
That's what I usually do. I just talk about what I do, not the actual company. Even though there is sometimes I have some people lurking in the chat that work with me.
That's creepy.
I know.
they just lurk. They bring it up when you get back to work.
Sometimes.
I talk about reselling at work all the time. Like, I'm getting people who I work with involved with it. I'm like, oh, you got something you got to fix on your car? I can tell you how to pay that bill.
Yeah,
and they're
sweet.
like, what do you mean? I was like, go to Goodwill, find something to flip, go on eBay, start an account, put it on eBay. You pay that car bill. Or whatever the case may be, right? I had a lady I worked with who said she had a plumbing problem in her attic. Or it was like her hot water heater got put in her attic. I was like, first off, that's crazy. But according to code, like 10 years ago, it wasn't so crazy. But anyway, I was like, you got to pay $500 you don't have. Well, hey, let me, you can make that up easily after 3 or 4 or 5 sales. I could show you how to do this if you're interested. And I got her interested in it. So I don't mind telling people what I do as far as reselling is concerned. So.
If a woman told me she had a plumbing problem in her attic, I would have thought she was hitting on me.
Oh, need you to come take care of this one, Chuck.
That's an obvious flirt right there.
Hi, Bobby.
I guess I've been married so long, it totally went right over my head.
You just missed it. I assume everyone
better, Adam. I did not get it either.
She doesn't have a water heater in her attic. Come on. Obviously, she's hitting on you.
Man. I think somebody would have to just straight up look at me and say, I am flirting with you, Adam, for me to catch it. There's no way to catch it.
I'd be like, huh?
I'd be like, what's that word mean?
Me?
What are you doing to me?
You're a girl.
I've been married 18 and a half years now, so
Congratulations.
I don't even know what flirt means anymore. It's just, you ready for bed? Yeah. Okay. Good night. That's it.
You got to flirt with your wife.
Yeah, if that's what you want to call it.
Yeah, slap her on the butt once in a while.
We call it laundry and picking on each other.
Yeah. See,
What about you,
should-
Chuck? How long have you been married?
Oh, that's a great question.
Oh,
You better
crap.
know. Marcy's always in the chat.
26 years.
Wow, congrats.
Marcy, if you're in the chat, we need a fact check on that. One thing you won't find on Google.
I'm hearing footsteps upstairs. She might be on her way down here.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Step in with that cane. No, it's 28.
Oops. My first marriage was only 22. If I had a plumbing problem in my attic, I would think Chuck was hitting on my private stash up there. What do you think he's got stashed in his attic besides bodies, like what Bear said?
Plush.
Exactly.
Plush would work as insulation.
Definitely. So would hats. Wasn't that Cap guy? Yeah. So would
That was
hats.
Cap Guy.
Hats would definitely work as insulation.
How you like this hat, Bobby? Sell it to you.
What does that say, Chuck? I didn't quite catch what that said on there.
Stroh's beer.
Okay.
Hey, Chuck, can I ask you a question without you getting offended?
Probably not.
That's the way to ask the question.
Okay.
I'll probably tear up. Why? Go ahead.
Do you have a large head?
Yes, but I don't think it's too big for me. But I don't know.
The only reason I ask because I don't think I'd ever be able to wear a hat like that. Because this hat, I mean, it's pretty large, but it's hard. It's still a tight fit on me. It's hard for me to find hats.
I don't know what size my head is. Are you asking me that?
Yeah.
Are you flirting with me? I mean, I just gotta know.
I kind of am.
I got a plumbing problem in my attic.
I knew it.
Hey, never mind. I'm done.
There you go. Now we're flexing. Who's got the
There we
biggest head?
Let's see. That's because I got the hat on. There's no way my head's that big.
Mine's kind of pointy on top. I don't know.
If you're just joining, we are measuring
Cone
each other's heads.
Other body parts later.
This one.
So this hat's a
Yes.
little tight right here, but it's an extra large.
Yeah, makes sense. I like fedoras and stuff like that too, man. I don't like the traditional baseball cap. Like Chuck, when you showed that hat before we came on screen, I want to see more. Like I want to put that on my head and see what it feels like on my head because I just really like that hat. And then I got these type of hats. I think these are called Newsboys hats.
Well, that's what I was
Or-
calling this,
or
but I don't know if it's
duckbill
accurate.
hats. Duckbill hats.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then the fedoras like what you got on, Nate. That's pretty much all I got. I mean, I play golf in regular baseball caps, but whenever I'm just wearing a hat for any other reason, it's not your traditional baseball cap.
Yeah, I watch old movies and I think it's cool when guys wore hats and they carried canes and walking sticks. I'm like, we should bring that back. Let's just be cool again.
You ever wore a top hat?
Never.
Me neither.
I've never found a top hat that. So I found a few, but the ones I have found have never been quite large enough. It doesn't get over my forehead because my head's so large.
People were little back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like everyone was small.
Well, do you know why?
Hey, Harry. Why?
There was no fast
Chick-fil-A.
food restaurants.
Oh. Probably less steroids too.
Robert, I have not seen his video yet. I'm really behind right now, but I will because I love Chuck.
Hello, Marcy, the frugal peanut, and Flippin' Mike and Amber. You're all late, and you should all be ashamed.
There you go, Chuck.
Adam's been sitting here waiting and waiting for you guys.
He's been getting a little impatient.
It's cool that little Debbie's late though. She called ahead, but the rest of you have no excuse. So what's the most
That's awesome,
interesting?
Bear.
What's the most interesting thing you've seen or heard this week, Adam?
Oh, this week. You really want to narrow it down to just this week?
Okay, this month.
Hi, Marcy.
You know, of the shows that I watch of yours, I didn't expect such a regular question from you.
We can get into the good ones.
I was expecting
Hey,
some of those funky ones.
Nate will
Wow.
come out with the serious questions.
Hey,
later.
I got you a serious question. If this is throwing you off too much, hi, Harry.
I just last week, I try to keep my wife off of TikTok, but I can't. And she showed me a video that almost freaked me out. It was apparently it's been around for a while, but I just saw it for the first time. Where it's like a dog, but had a human face imposed over on top of it. And so it looked like an old man's face, but it was a dog.
That's freaky.
Have you ever seen that video or that meme on TikTok or something like that?
I don't think so.
I could not look away. It was so freaky looking.
It looked real.
It looked so real. And he smiled like a human with human teeth. I was like, so that was pretty interesting.
Hi, Amber.
I don't like
I'm sure
that at all.
I'm sure those who do TikTok or watch TikTok saw it a long time ago, but that was freaky looking. Yeah.
He's like, I haven't been able to sleep since.
Like a little wiener dog with an old man's face on it, but it was like colored like the wiener dog's fur, and it was.
Hi, Mike.
I'd buy that dog. I'd adopt him.
That dog, I would be staring at that dog the whole time to make sure it didn't like eat me in my sleep.
Old man wieners need love too.
I'm sure that
dogs, wiener dogs.
Hi, little Debbie. Well, Adam, would you like to introduce yourself?
That's why they came up with Viagra, Chuck.
Yeah, right. Maybe that's why they made that TikTok. Maybe that was an ad for Viagra. Check out the old man wiener. Hey, Lissa. Just in time.
All right,
that's
Nate.
awesome. You have a top hat, Johnny. Sorry, Adam. Go ahead.
No, you have a hat. Oh, Johnny's got a top hat.
Johnny does.
So
last year's a top hat.
I am a part-time picker, reseller. eBay, Mercari, Facebook are the only three platforms I'm on. And the purpose and the reason why I do it is because my buddy Gary, from about 8 years ago, we worked together. He got me started in it because we would go to lunch all the time. And he said one day, hey, can we go to Goodwill on our lunch break today? And I was like, that is the strangest request. The strangest place I've ever thought to stop on our lunch break. And he said, let me show you why. And then he introduced me to the whole concept of finding stuff at Goodwill to flip on eBay, right? I was hooked. I was instantly hooked. It just happened to be at that point in time, I had lots of stuff to pay for. Lots of things I could pay off with the money that I was making off of it and stuff like that. And I used to do Android cell phone reviews on a different channel. And whenever a company wouldn't provide me with a loaner or a demo device, I would want to go buy that device and then review it and then return it within the whatever the window is for returns. And I had to have money up front to do it because these things are like $700, $800 a piece, right?
Sure.
So that's more or less how it got off the ground for me. But here we are 8 years later, and we started the YouTube channel. Originally, it was Two Dudes Picking. You may remember that, Gary and I. But it went just the BaldyPal because when the big pandemic, the C word, which I'm not going to say out loud because I don't want your video to get pulled from YouTube or anything like that. We don't work together anymore. He works from home now. So there's no way we can make videos together, if that makes sense. So it's just BaldyPal Picking now. And it's I was a videographer the whole time anyway, so it makes things a lot easier to complete when you got just one person on the show and instead of two and you can't get together. So it's been a whirlwind of fun though the whole time. I pretty much just carry my GoPro with me in my truck and record whenever I go on my lunch break. And that's when I do the majority of my shopping is on my lunch break.
I was going to say that. It's funny how you thought it was so weird 8 years ago, and now it's your thing.
Yeah, exactly. It's like if I don't go shopping on my lunch break, something's wrong, you know? Like the world isn't turning in the right direction if I'm not able to make it to Goodwill or a thrift store on my lunch break. But 30 to 40 minutes, I mean, I can't find, nobody finds something every time you walk into a store, right? But, I mean, maybe you do. I don't know. I never spend money just for the sake of spending money. And I think that may differentiate me from other people who maybe they do it full time and they feel like they just need to keep the stock flowing and posting on eBay. But I guess when you do it part time, and you guys would know, when you do it part time, you don't have the mandatory drive of getting something just to make a little bit of money off of it, right? So
I still buy a lot of useless crap.
do you?
I
Do you
still
feel that
yeah.
you have to buy something when you're in the store just for the
yeah.
sake of buying something?
I quit doing that a while ago.
Yeah.
That's good. But yeah, I do have that compulsion. Like, okay, I'm here. I got to find something because I don't know when I'll be back.
So what do you do when you feel like you didn't really find anything? Do you feel like you're just buying for the sake of buying? Or...
I will walk out without buying anything. But,
good. Yeah. Okay.
But it makes me feel empty inside.
And you want to crawl in a corner and cry a little bit.
I need a safe space and a juice box.
Bobby, this was a very mean comment, and I will wait for your apology.
It was like Nate's fantasy team.
His fantasy team kicked my ass. Whoever's controlling my fantasy team made poor choices. So I'm gonna say
you're not control. Wait, okay. I don't do fantasy football, so
I don't like to take responsibility.
I'm like, wait a minute, aren't you the one who?
This doesn't make any sense.
I want to say hi to SSK. I missed
Ken.
Hi, Lissa. Hi, SSK.
Remember when the bad C word used to mean something else besides what it does now?
Yep. And now you don't. When people say C word, you don't know what they're talking about. You got
right. Be more specific.
Yeah.
Draw me a picture.
Let's narrow this down a little bit more.
So we had someone come into our office today, and our office basically it used to be a dorm room, so it's a tight space. And usually the students we help just come in the door and we take them out to where they're going to be. And we're done with it. Well, this student walked all the way into the room and actually sat down in my coworker's chair. And I'm like, okay, I got your stuff here. Are you ready to go? Well, I need to call my professor because I got to see if I can reschedule. So we dialed the professor, handed her the phone, and she proceeds to tell her professor she thinks she has the C word and would like to reschedule. And we're like, what are you doing? Why did you walk in here, sit in our chair, use our phone?
Oh my God.
Make yourself at home.
Oh my gosh.
Breathe on the same phone that I breathe on every day.
Right. Yeah, she almost went out a 4th floor window.
You think she was just trying to get out of a test?
There is that possibility. But, I mean, you could have faked it a little better.
Yeah. Call out and say I haven't got my negative or positive test yet.
Yeah.
We need to wait on that.
Grr.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh-oh. Philly Flipper's in there.
Why is he calling the chat a bunch of losers? That's just mean. They're going to turn on you, Paul.
You noticed he didn't call me a loser.
Yeah, he likes you. I'm assuming he's not talking about me.
He's talking about the chat, right? Yeah.
Must be.
Everyone should be offended except for me, Nate, and Chuck.
Oh, thank you. Marcy's got my back.
What'd you say?
Marcy's got my back. She just called him the biggest loser of them all.
So, Adam, I got an important question for you.
Okay. This is probably one of the ones I studied for over the past week.
I sure hope so. Would you rather lick someone's eyeball or suck their toes?
I'd suck the toe.
Ooh.
Really?
Actually, neither one of those is that bad to me as far as I'm concerned. But
what? What
if
do
you want to
do
get
at home?
If you want to get talk a little freaky, I mean, sucking toes isn't that bad.
I know some people that are into that. I do.
I don't know anybody who's ever licked an eyeball before, though. So.
Nate's trying it now. Oh.
Oh, sorry, guys. It's not that bad. Yeah, my camera pops up, my foot's in my mouth. Now that would be an accomplishment in all itself.
Oh wait, did you mean your own?
What? What?
I can lick my own eyeball.
How can you lick your own eyeball?
Damn, Paul. Damn, that's rough.
I can't even lick my own nose, but I do know some people who can. I think that's freakish.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Lick what? What are we looking?
Your own nose, like stick your tongue out
yeah,
to touch the tip of your nose. That's freaky to me. That and whenever you see, have you ever seen somebody? God, people. This one kid in school did it all the time, and
I know what you're gonna
freak
say.
me out. Would flip the eyelid out. God,
Yeah.
Oh, that
I hated that.
Yeah.
This kid I went to school with would do that with both eyes and then roll his eyes back so you only saw the whites too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had some kids that do that too.
I think that's why I would go for the toes in your scenario, Nate, because just eyeballs in general seem weird to me.
Okay. You're
ears are bad too for me too. I was a wrestler. So have you ever seen a wrestler with cauliflower ear?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So I was a wrestler and I always wore, ear pads when I was on the mat, but you see high school boys on the other wrestling teams who have messed up ears for whatever, because they
got like knuckles.
Yeah. And that stays that way. Like that's a deformity forever. I have, what do you, pet peeve, I guess you would say. I hate it when someone goes for my ears. Hate it. There was this girl at work that would sneak up behind me and flick me in the back of my ear. And I would, and I was like, you do not understand that makes me want to turn around and bust you in the face.
Did you or did you not just nod your head because I don't want to see you go to jail? Did you cut the brake lines?
I should go away now. I'm not going to answer that question on a recorded TV show. But yeah, no, eyeballs and ears, just nah.
You were so confident though. That's what I cannot get past how you just went right for the toes, and I'm just over here thinking like if it was a foot like mine,
okay.
God.
Did you ever have anybody do this number and like touch their eyeball and move it? Have you ever seen anybody do that? Freaks me out too, man. It's like eyes. It's just me and eyes don't touch your eyes. There's no touching of the eyes. Okay, so toes was easy answer for me. Easy answer.
Yeah, I could never get contacts. I can't. I couldn't do that.
I once had an eyelash. Everybody's probably had an eyelash stuck in their eye before, right? I mean, like that's a common occurrence. One time I got one stuck in my tear duct. Ooh. So I couldn't get it out.
That's pretty impressive.
It was stuck in the tear duct, and it's probably because I just kept wiping it because it was bothering my eye, and it got stuck in my tear duct, and for like hours it was stuck in there, and I hate it. So yeah, that's why it was an easy answer for me, Nate. Go for the toes, and you'll be fine.
I don't even know if I want to ask you, but what about you, Chuck?
Honestly, I think I'd do the eye. I don't know how, but I mean, the eyeball's still in the head, right?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, then I'd do that.
I mean, unless they have like a fake eye, like, oh, here, look this.
What was that movie? There was a movie where a guy he had a fake eye and he put it in his mouth to get it wet and then popped it in his mouth.
Oh, is that Pirates of the Caribbean or something?
Maybe it was.
Mm-hmm.
So, ladies, Bear Hardcore Picker can lick his nose if anyone cares.
I can touch my nose. Does that mean
that
he
is
can touch
always
it with his tongue?
That's what I assumed.
Yeah. Paul likes cauliflower. Not in your ears, you don't, man. I like cauliflower too.
Like I struggled forever when I first got my contacts back in the day, just because I got really tiny eyes, but it works now.
Beady little eyes.
Tiny eyes and big head?
For real.
Kinda
Like a
sad.
lot of times, I'll be watching TV. My wife thinks I'm asleep on the couch, or I'm like sitting there watching. Like my eyes are just small.
Yes, big brother, I do have eyeballs in jars. Knowing you know.
My mom was a
You gotta get
biology
them moved
teacher,
up.
and we had a lot of stuff in jars.
In your house?
No, not really. Mostly in her classroom. But I grew up in the county. I call it the county because it was like redneck county, you know.
Sure.
So kids would like bring stuff to her to put in a jar, like a baby pig that didn't make it, or a kitten, or a baby deer, or things like small animals like that, right? And she would have the proper chemicals like formaldehyde or whatever it was, and put it in a little jar and then add it to her collection up there in her classroom. And
I don't think they still have that in classrooms, do they? Because I remember that in school too, but I don't think I see that when I go to teacher conferences.
she retired the March after. She retired at the end of the school year of 2020, and she had them in her classroom all the way up until the time she retired.
Oh wow!
She left them in the classroom. I mean, technically they were hers, but she didn't want to take them home, so she left them for
No
whoever
buffet
took
for
over.
you.
Nah, no buffet for me. Yeah, just warm it up in the microwave.
Pickled pig.
It's not the same as a pickled pig feet. You can get those at Sam's Club or Costco, and it is not the same thing.
Ugh.
My grandpa used to love pickles pig's feet. He traumatized me with those.
Did you actually eat them? Did you try it?
No. I told him that we don't live in the time that he grew up in anymore. He doesn't have to eat it. And then I don't know if you guys will remember that or ever had this around your area, but the gas station, it was like an old timey gas station, and they still had the jar of like pickled eggs and stuff on the counter where everyone just reached in and got what they wanted. And now it's like, no.
Well,
Like,
I mean, they had the little tongs. I mean, I remember the little tongs.
I can tell you, my grandpa never used the tongs when we went in there.
Oh, yeah? The
Yeah.
eggs, the little sausages,
Yeah.
the pig's feet, tongue. They would do pickled, I think, pig tongue, too.
I've had beef tongue.
Okay. How was it cooked? Was it pickled or cooked?
My grandma used to roast it. I've never had it pickled.
I've never had tongue, period, of anything. What does it say? Thanks for those flashbacks. The fetal pig stared at me all of 10th grade. Yeah. Man. Do they still dissect animals in school? I don't know.
I
mean, I did. I don't know if they do anymore.
I asked my daughter that, and she did biology last year, and I don't think they did. And I'm like, I don't know if it's because of the pandemic or what, but I really felt like dissecting was part of high school. It's like one of those initiation phases you have to go through when you go through high school. And if you don't, then you fail, right? If you get sicked out by dissecting something, that's what all of us went through it. They got to keep that tradition going. Isn't it a tradition? I mean, come on, man, bring back the dissection.
You gotta, because there's always one kid that'll get sick, or they have an excuse from their parents or something that they can't do it. Yeah, none of our kids did it.
Did your schools allow you to do what you want after like you got done with the class and you could dissect the animal however you wanted?
Just bring in other stuff.
Well, I mean, you mean like after the dissection was complete? What is that? Is that a human hand? Oh my god! No, I mean, like after the dissection was complete and you did your work and you filled out whatever it was you had to fill out for the dissection lab, then yeah, I mean, you could keep cutting stuff off, but they drew the line at taking it out of the classroom.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
you couldn't take anything out of the classroom.
I can't imagine why.
They literally had me leave the classroom and go sit outside because I thought it was funny. I cut the frog's head off and stuck it on my finger and was going around talking to people. And then I'm like, I literally did nothing wrong other than, I mean, I guess, go up to people that did not want to see that. But
That was brilliant, Nate. I would have loved to have been in that biology
I would have been
class.
high-fiving you with the other
Yeah.
hand.
I thought it was funny.
I would have cut the leg off and started trying to flick it at you and see how far it would jump.
If you did a Kermit the Frog voice, it would have been priceless.
Yeah, definitely.
Robert, I would not know.
What he asks? Oh, can you eat pickled pig's feet with a fork? I think that should be your next video.
I'm good, man.
I would try them. I'd try them. I'm not.
It's worth the try. It's I tried it a long time ago when I was a teenager when my dad brought some home in a jar, and it was worth trying to say I've tried it, but it ain't worth eating. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah. You guys still have the pickled egg jars?
Dude, I don't have.
Did you know this, Chuck? Marcy did.
What?
Local,
yeah.
In local bars? No, I didn't.
Why?
Why not?
I haven't seen those in forever.
I don't know.
Who walks around like, oh, jolly, I've been thinking about pickled eggs today. No one.
I actually have been. I want to make my own. I had a friend that used to make them, and they were awesome. But I wouldn't buy them out of a community jar like that.
Mm-mm.
Unless
Well, the vinegar is going to be strong enough to kill anything, right?
Well, maybe so.
Dissect. What did she say? I dissected 2 worms.
Yeah, she had a
Frog
bunch of
and
things.
A frog, cat, and pig in college. Yeah,
She's a nurse, though. She had to do weird stuff.
we did all that in our in 10th grade biology.
We
did too,
got
actually.
to do a pig too.
We didn't do a cat, but we did a pig. That was the upper echelon. You had to get through the worm and a frog, and then we got to do the pig.
Yeah, little pig, only about that big too.
Yeah, he had it coming.
I think we did a sheep's eye, and I did not care for that. I
don't
did
think
it,
we did an eye.
but it was a little too juicy for me.
Did you touch it with your tongue?
Yeah, and I got kicked out of school for it. I was like, oh, it's weird.
Just stick your toe in your mouth to
Now,
get rid of that. Too.
that's what you should have stuck on the end of your finger, like all 5 of them.
I don't know. The eye
that
got
was
me a
great.
little queasy because it
Hello,
had a
Jennifer.
smell. Like, I'll never forget the smell it had.
They all smelled the same, didn't they?
I don't know. There was something going on where it just had the smell and then the juices, and you know what? I better stop.
Hello,
I feel
Tamara.
like I got a lump in my throat.
You're gonna have to grab a trash can.
Mm. I love it. That was
Hi, Jennifer.
I actually, after one of our dissection days, I got into one of my only fights in high school.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What, did you steal somebody else's pig?
No, what happened was some jackass in the back of the class threw one of his dissecting tools. I don't know why he did it. And he hit someone, didn't cut him or anything, but they thought I threw it. And so after class, he came up and he shoved me into my open locker and I hit my collarbones. And so I chased him down and I beat him up, basically.
Beat him
I didn't know why he did it. I didn't know what happened. He just came and pushed me into my locker and I saw red and I went after him and then we both got kicked out for the day.
You did the right thing, Chuck. You defend your locker like that.
But he's like, yeah, you threw your dissection tool at me. I'm like, no, I didn't. I was framed. It was a long story.
Marcy, that is one thing I've never done, and that's disgusting too.
Yeah, I've never used the same communion cup. We always had our own little cups. I got another dude in trouble in school one time when we went through this phase where everybody needs to bring a squirt gun to school.
Yeah, yes.
And I had one of those super soaker keychains. It had maybe 2 shots in it, and that was it. But it would go 25 feet with 1 shot. And the teacher called.
And it was on your keychain, you said?
Yeah. Well, it was a keychain. It wasn't on my keychain, but it was a keychain. It was a super soaker. You know what I'm saying when I say super soaker, right? Made by Nerf.
Yeah.
But those are usually really big. But the other guy's name, I was just gonna say I'll never forget his name. It was Craig.
Hi, Cameron.
And
Hello, Cameron.
He pulled us both outside. The teacher pulled us both outside, and he said, "All right, hand me the squirt guns. You're both about to get written up." And he apparently wasn't smart enough to hide it quick enough, and I hid mine in my sock, not in my pocket. And they told me to, well, I know you got one, Adam, so turn your pockets inside out and let me see. I was like, okay. And I totally got away with it all the time. Like, I never once got busted with a water gun. He's like, I know you got a water gun. I know you got a water gun. It's like, you can't prove it. But, like, he made me empty my book bag. He made me turn out my pockets inside out. And not once did he find the squirt gun. So.
Hello.
I didn't know they had them on keychains. That would have been great in school.
Yeah.
Dude.
Show them how you squirt it, Adam.
Oh, yeah? Ready?
Yeah.
Did you see that? You want me to show you again?
Yes. Yeah. See, I just had to take it to the gutter.
When I was a kid, shot 3 inches and leaked like crazy and were only fillable through what seemed like a pinhole. Yeah. Pretty much.
That could be a problem for several things. We need to talk to a nurse about that.
Can I ask another question? And if you're uncomfortable answering this, I understand.
I'm
The
already
effect I have on people. But would you rather have nipples as toes, or would you rather have toes as nipples?
I will think about that one, because if I had nipples on my toes, and that meant let's go with nipples on my toes. They'd still be covered by my shoes, and if I had toes on my nipples, whether it was cold or not, it'd be, pretty obvious.
But yeah. I guess my question to that, a follow-up question, is I know you know how bad it hurts if you stub your toe, but if you had nipples as toes, would that be like a titty twister? Would that hurt when you smash the nipple, or
it's gonna hurt no matter
then
what?
You could rip off the nipple. You gotta be careful.
It's gonna hurt no matter what. That
True.
one's just gonna hurt. You stub your toe, you stub your nipple. Either one's gonna hurt.
Read Robert's comment.
Sucking toes. Yeah, you'd have a reason for it now.
I'm with Lissa. I would rather have my toes as nipples because then I'd just like make it awkward when someone was talking to me and just move it, wiggle them.
Wiggle your toes.
How about you, Chuck?
I don't know.
Chuck's like, I don't want to be part of this.
I don't want toe nipples. Yeah, I'd go with the nipple toes. Yeah. Nipples on my feet.
See, I'm envisioning nipples on the end of my toes, not in replace of my toes. So
they would look like little stoppers, like
yeah,
they would. Oh,
might even help you grip things better.
You can milk in anything with nipples.
Yeah. Even your toes.
It would be toey.
It would. Instead of nipply, it would be toey. I agree.
You came in right at the right time, Patrick.
Patrick Murphy.
Looks like I came in at the right time. Perfect timing, as always.
So, Adam, what's the most ridiculous thing somebody's tricked you into believing? You have older siblings?
Oh,
that's a good source.
Yeah, no, I tricked myself into believing something one time.
Cool. What is it?
From a nightmare. Okay, so do you remember? I'm gonna say it was like 99, 2000, 2001 time frame-ish when there was Kia was kind of brand new to the scene and Daewoo was brand new to the scene. Those two car companies.
Yeah,
but they were like buy one get one free type marketing stuff. You know what I'm talking about? Like they were giving them away, literally giving them away. And Kia ended up winning that, and Daewoo's like they're not even around anymore, right?
Right.
I had a dream that the makers of Kia were doing that as an attempt to get as many Kias in an American household as possible. and then at some time in the future, they would all go off like a nuclear bomb. And so to this day, I will not buy a Kia. I won't even think about looking at Kias as a potential car. Not at
Because
all.
you think at some point they're just going to explode.
Yes.
I swear to God, if my little Kia Rio blows up, which I think it'd be a very pathetic little bomb, but I will be pissed.
It'd just be a pop.
Your Kia Rio was one of those buy one, get one free deals. What year model is it?
2014.
Oh, no. I didn't know they still made Rios that late.
Is it ticking?
Hey, it's cheap.
Yeah. If you get under the car and you're looking up in the engine and you see numbers, you need to
Counting down.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, this is a neat feature.
Look, there's a clock underneath the car for the mechanic.
And it's ticking.
So
That's
probably the strangest thing, but I literally to this day I will not buy a Kia.
Where do Kias come from? What country are they?
They're Korean, I believe.
Oh yeah, they're gonna blow. You're right. I'm with you on
What
that
about
one.
the hamster Kia?
Any Kia, period. Any Kia. Even if there's a hamster driving it, it's just a, they don't care. They're like kamikazes.
What's a hamster Kia?
The
little
the
cube
Soul.
or whatever they're called.
The
Soul,
Soul.
yeah.
Okay.
You don't know what a Kia Soul is? The little box?
Oh, it looks like a Kleenex box, just a kind of a square.
You got the Nissan Cube and the Kia Soul. They look a lot alike, but the Cube literally is more squarish.
Yeah, I know what the Kia. Yeah, that's dumb.
So, and Nissan. I mean, I have nothing against Nissan. I have nothing against any other car manufacturer. But when I had that dream about Kia, I wrote them off. Like, no way, I'm not buying a Kia. Period. The end. And then any one of my friends who buys a Kia or tells me I got a brand new car, like my buddy got a Telluride, like went through the whole process of getting it customized, like built for him, that whole brand new process.
Yeah.
And after he was done customizing it, but he hasn't actually gotten it yet, I told him about my dream. Now he was afraid to go pick it up.
I changed my mind.
Yeah.
What's the dumbest thing you ever believed, Nate?
Okay.
Oh, God.
Are you guys sitting down for this one?
I am sitting.
Have you ever got it like those white spots in your nails, right?
Mm.
I was always told growing up that that's how you know God knew you lied, is because a white spot showed up under your nail. And then as a kid, I was paranoid.
Everybody look right now.
Everyone go ahead and check your nails. But as a kid, I was paranoid looking at my nails, and I'm like, I don't even remember lying that much. So I'd like freak out over it because I'm like, oh my God. Like, God really does know when I'm lying to people. So, I mean, it's pretty stupid.
Everybody
but that's
check your nails. Show video proof.
Check your nails, guys. Check
I'm
them.
honest as the day is long.
That's right.
I
Has
got
nothing
nice
to do
nails.
with how long your nose is.
Well, there I'd be in trouble.
What about you, Chuck?
When we would get fast food as a kid, I don't know why, but I would finish my soda and then I'd always eat the ice. I always chewed my ice. And I think the noise annoyed my brothers. And they convinced me, and I believed this for several years, they convinced me that eating ice would cause cancer. And I believed it because they're my big brothers, and why would they lie to me? So, yeah, eating ice caused cancer when I was a child.
We've come
so
a
I quit.
long way in the medical days now. You can chew your ice again, Chuck.
Well, not if you're in Mexico. You're not supposed to.
Yeah.
Don't eat the ice, they say.
They don't drink the water unless it's in a sealed bottle.
You know one that I just realized that I believe, which is really dumb too, that if you swallow your gum, then it stays in your stomach for years.
Yeah.
And that's been proven that it doesn't. It actually comes out pretty intact if you swallow your gum. So remember that, guys.
Really?
Yep.
I
Yeah,
would. I
you can
actually
chew it again.
I still kind of believe that.
Chew it
again.
Got to dig it out first, but sure. Flavor will be a little off, but I believe that one too. I believe that one too.
If you told me,
I got a question for you. It's not really that strange. It's just something that. Let me just ask. When you eat sunflower seeds in the shell, do you eat the shell or spit the shell out?
I spit it out.
I eat it.
I can't believe I actually got two different answers in the same room at the same time. It's very rare that I find somebody who says that they eat it, but it's just every now and again I do come across it. Why you eat the shell because it's just like part of the whole seed, I guess, Nate, right?
Yeah. Well, okay. So when I growing up as a wee bitten boy, when I used to play baseball, I would chew on it and then spit it out because it looked like chew, like all my favorite players.
Mm-hmm.
But as I got older, I was like, why did I ever spit this out? This is delicious. So then I just eat the shell. I don't know. I don't have a good explanation.
When you were in baseball and you spit it out, did you spit the whole seed out or did you use your teeth to
No, I would chew it up. Like sometimes I would just suck the salt off and spit the seeds out because it looked cool. But other times I would chew it up and like try to leave it down in my gum so it looked like I had a thing of chewing.
Yeah, I think no one taught you the right way to do it, Nate.
Yeah, I think there's a skill. It's kind of like tying the cherry stem in a knot. I can never figure out how to get the good part out.
Do you not chew the shell and eat it, Adam?
I spit the no. You got. I eat sunflower seeds, and I have a cup in my truck where I can spit the shell out because I do not eat the shell. But when I was a teenager, one of my friends at church, he was eating the shell, and I was like, "That is the strangest thing I've ever heard of." Because I played baseball till I was 15, and we were always eating sunflower seeds, right? And when I saw him eat the shell, I just thought, "Huh, I wonder how many other weirdos are out there that eat the shell."
Well, here's one.
Found
well,
one.
you got to be careful because if you eat too many shells, it cuts up your asshole. I'm not even joking about that. Like it seriously hurts.
It probably hurts on the way
guys.
out, huh?
This is free advice tonight. Be careful how many sunflower seeds you swallow because it does not come out pleasant.
Yeah, I bet that doesn't break down.
Cameron brought up another one. Cameron mentioned swallowing watermelon seeds. You'll grow a melon in your belly. And even when
my grandpa told me that.
I was told that too. But even when someone debunked it for me, they said, well, that's just so that you know that you better not eat them because something bad will happen. So I was still scared to swallow them because I thought,
what's the bad thing? If it won't be growing a watermelon, what's the bad thing?
I think you'll get pregnant. I don't know.
You're going to turn the world upside down.
I didn't want to risk it,
I was told the white ones are safe to eat, but the black seeds are the ones you don't eat.
That sounds racist.
What?
Did y'all have watermelon seed spitting competitions?
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
I
was horrible at it. Like I have no idea how to hawk a loogie or a watermelon seed.
I can't hawk a loogie.
Or have you guys? I don't know. So when I played baseball, everyone spit fancy, but I could never spit fancy. I was a sloppy spitter.
I think that's
you know what I'm talking about, right? Playing baseball.
Yeah, I mean, no, not really.
Yeah, I've heard of baseball.
I don't know what fancy spitting is. I mean, it's like when you like hold your pinky up and you spit out the side of your mouth. Or something.
Like fancy spitting is where you can spit like a small amount, but it's like a laser, so it's like shoot like that. But me, I'm just like it's like I don't know how to spit.
Dribbles down your chin and on your chest, and gets in your hair.
And goodbye,
Why
Debbie.
does it surprise you, Cameron, that I eat sunflower seed shells?
I honestly, I chewed tobacco for 11 years, and I know exactly what Nate's talking about because I had friends that would, they could do like fountains, and when I spit, it was like, like Chuck, maybe you should smoke, Okay. So I get it.
Learn how to blow smoke rings instead.
Holy crap, Bear.
Yeah, much sexier.
See, I'm not alone. Dina eats the shells. Hi, Tina. Maybe it's an Indiana thing. Maybe we all eat shells.
I don't think you're alone. I just think you're a very small group.
You should start a Facebook group and see how many people you get.
You know what? I'm gonna start. Hey, Dina, you want to start a Facebook group with me?
3, you, Dina, and my buddy from high school.
I don't ever want to know his name. I just want to always call him the buddy from Adams High School.
All right, that's fine.
You
I don't
can
remember his name right now anyway.
You can buy the seeds now without the shells, and that's awesome.
Thanks for stopping by, little Debbie.
Oh, but chewing them out of the shell is part of the fun of eating sunflower seeds.
I know,
you
but
get the ranch flavor, the pickle flavor, the barbecue flavor, whatever the flavor may be. Yeah, like Nate was saying earlier.
What happened?
Suck the
everyone
flavor and all.
I don't have the oral dexterity. There, I said it.
Oh yeah. Practice. Put a handful in your mouth, stick them in your cheeks like a chipmunk, and chew one at a time.
Oh, I could do that.
You can eat them while on the golf course, but I'll tell you now, it's not etiquette to spit the seeds out on the green.
Oh, I suppose not. Is it etiquette to fart when someone's putting?
No, but it's funny as hell if you do. And
Cameron, that's one thing I'm not a picky eater.
What?
I understand.
Can you eat a sunflower seed with a fork?
Oh, you can eat anything with a fork if you try. It's like nipples. You can milk anything with nipples.
I've got nipples, Greg.
Can you milk me, Greg? Craig, I think Cameron's right. It was Craig, wasn't it? Your buddy from high school?
No.
Oh.
Craig, wasn't it? Oh, different buddy. That's the guy I got in trouble with the water gun. The squirt gun.
Lissa brings up a good point real quick, guys.
What's that?
Why is it everyone spits at a gas station pump? Have you noticed that? If you look at the ground next time you go pump gas, I bet there's like spit circles everywhere.
Yeah.
Why is that a thing?
I think because the fumes get in their mouth and they think they're going to die unless they spit it out.
It's like, oh my God.
I was thinking, you see a lot of tobacco spit out on the ground by the gas pumps too, and I'm just imagining it's because they didn't want to spit it out in their truck, but when they finally stop, that's where they stop, and then they get rid of it.
And then it's a gusher.
Yeah, and it's just all over the ground. I hate that.
Well, this kind of leads into my next question. It's not really, I guess it's not really a question. It's just I want your guys' opinion on this. Have you guys wondered why people shed so many pubes at the toilet and urinal? Like every time, it's like do you need Rogaine for your crotch or what? You know what I'm talking about?
No.
No, come on.
For real.
Well, I mean, come on. It's one of the only places in public where you could, satisfy the scratch, the itch.
But why do people lose so many pubes? I don't understand.
Maybe they're grooming in the public restroom.
Well, you would lose hair off your chest if you opened your shirt at work too. Hair just falls out all over the place all the time.
My shirt is always open to at least here at work.
No, okay, open it like it is now at work, and you would have hair all over the floor at your desk. I promise you. You'd be picking it out of your keyboard.
It would look like a basset hound been laying there.
Yeah. I don't remember the exact numbers, but you lose like hundreds of hairs off your body a day. Just from natural it falling out.
Background I feel like my chest hair is pretty thick. I feel like I got good roots in there.
No.
I mean, look.
Even as good as the roots are, I bet you got some of your
Well, damn,
right
I just proved that I lost 2 hairs.
You're welcome.
I'm embarrassed now. I'm going to go ahead
You're welcome.
Shut this down.
We're sorry, Adam.
Did you see the movie Gattaca?
Oh, my gosh.
A future movie?
Yeah, way back from like the 80s.
I don't think so.
Yeah. Gattaca. So the brother who wasn't supposed to be was pretending to be the brother who was allowed to be born, and he had to every morning get into an incinerator, scrub himself as much as he could, and then burn the hairs and the skin follicles that came off, because if he ever got caught, they'd kill him. And so every single day, because you got lots and lots of hairs, and the way they caught him was because an eyelash fell off of him at the office in his keyboard. So
I'll have to watch that one.
Go back and watch Gattaca. It's a good movie.
Oh, beard hairs. I lose beard hairs in my mask all the time. I'm always getting them in my mouth now when I wear a mask.
Yeah, that's
Are we
always
drinking
true.
tonight? Drink all you want. Finish my water.
Do you drink at all, Adam?
I do not.
No alcohol?
No, I'll have an occasional beer if it's just my wife and I out or doing. When we went to the reseller rally, I had a night occasional beer, just because I wanted to have a beer. But traditionally, we cut off drinking before our kids were born.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. When I mean, we have history of some, not alcoholism per se, but we have history of addictions in both our sides of the families. So we made a decision a long time ago. We just weren't going to introduce our children to it, but we were going to teach them about it and let them make their own decision when they turn 21.
You're not feeding it to them?
Nope.
How do you get them to sleep at night?
I get, yeah. Well, when
my
they were a baby, a little bit of, Jack in the baby bottle and suck on the toe and you're out.
My aunt used to give me brandy when I was a baby.
Really?
No lie.
Really?
No, she used to get it on her finger and rub it on gums. And
Uh,
that was just perfectly normal to her. But, looking back, it's like, that just seems kind of outrageous.
well, that's different from giving you a shot of brandy to help you go
True.
to sleep.
But she would still tell, my mom, oh, they slept so well. Every time I babysit your kids, they sleep so well.
Yeah.
No
I
kidding.
thought you were gonna say it was a reliever for teething, but no.
Well,
that's
I
not what
think
you were
it
getting
kind of
at all.
was. I think she rubbed it on the gums as a reliever for teething, but it had a side effect of knocking us out
Mm-hmm.
and probably
I bet it
making
was.
us angry for a while.
Hi, time traveler.
We're angry drunks. Hello, time traveler. And see, when I drink, I actually time travel sometimes.
There's a time traveler?
Are you
He's
an
permitted-
angry drunk, Chuck?
No, actually, I'm a silly drunk. When I get drunk, I act like a lot of people do when they get high. I get giggly and yay. So I'm an annoying drunk, maybe, but not angry.
Same here, Chuck.
I don't get touchy-feely, though, because I don't like that either.
That's good. I've never met promiscuous time traveler before. Hello.
Oh, he's got a very interesting channel. He's got a crazy sense of humor.
Okay, I'm gonna write that one down.
Do it. Everyone, check him out. Subscribe. Tell him Patrick Murphy sent you.
I'll look that one up.
Bear.
I used to call water.
It's not
rock.
Michael J. Fox, is it?
Who? Promiscuous time travel?
Yeah.
No.
Oh man, wouldn't that be awesome? If Michael J. Fox had a YouTube channel
That we didn't know.
I don't think he would be in our chat tonight.
Why not?
Why not? What's wrong with your chat? Your chat's awesome. The unofficial drinking age in Wisconsin is 4 minutes old.
That's about right.
All right.
Are you drinking
let's go
anything?
home.
That kid's been crying long enough. Get him a beer. Kidding, not kidding. That's right.
I do like to get an Arnold Palmer. Have you ever heard of that? It's not alcoholic. It's lemonade and sweet tea.
Lemonade and iced tea.
Yeah,
that's good stuff.
that's good stuff. Like any restaurant I go to, I'll ask them if they got it, and more than likely they do. Like 99% of every restaurant I've ever been to has an Arnold Palmer because it's so easy to make, right? But it's not usually on the menu, so you got to ask for it. It's pretty good.
Oh, sure. Dollar Tree always has it. That's where I usually get it. Big old half a gallon bottle for $1.
Mm-hmm.
But I always make it alcoholic too. Not always, but I like to. I got to ruin everything with booze.
Well, when Arnold Palmer first made it, I think it was alcoholic.
Probably. You like to throw him back. Is he still alive?
Dix? No.
Did he pass away?
Pretty sure he did. I'd have to do a Google search.
No, you don't have to.
I will. I'm interested.
I'm doing one now if he does.
Do it. All right, I'm going to look for something.
Wow, this got dark, Chuck. You brought up a dead man. He died in 2016.
Yeah.
2016.
Yeah.
He missed all the good stuff.
2016. I got a good long Arnold Palmer joke if you want to hear it.
Yes.
No,
Go
I'm not
for
going
it.
to tell it. Never mind.
Okay.
I just said
"You
it.
guys are too
I just
eager."
said it in my head. Like real fast, like Doctor Strange. I jumped into the future and I came back after that joke was told. And I was like, no, we don't want to do that.
There's a 1 in 13,000% chance it's going to bomb.
Yeah. There's only 14 million ways this is going to go bad. There's only one way it would go good. No, don't want to do that.
Iced tea and dishwater.
What?
I think that's called a Tiger Woods. No, I don't know. That's the only other golfer I could think of. Norman. Greg Norman, right? Was that a golfer?
Greg Norman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks. You don't sound sure either.
I think so. He has a shark as his mascot on his shirts. Yes, he is.
I know 3 golfers. Top that.
I don't watch golf. I just like to play it. I'm not very good at it either.
Do you play golf, Nate?
Oh, I am terrible. I usually go for the drinking. So
Drive the cart and drink.
normal stuff.
Okay, I'm sorry. I don't even know what a toddy is. You got to explain to me what's a toddy. Sorry.
I don't know, and I know a lot of people drink them.
I had castor oil. I heard
Where
about
was
castor
that
oil
called?
make you puke. Isn't
Yeah, I
that what
think
that's
castor
supposed to be
oil
for?
was designed to clean you out one way or another.
Yeah.
Either puke or, the other end.
Grandma gave us hot toddies. That I don't know. I'd have to look that up.
Jack Nicklaus. Oh, yeah, that's a golfer name. Good one, Robert. And welcome. Hot toddy. What's in a hot toddy, Nate? Are you looking it up?
I was trying to catch up to the chat.
Hottie toddy.
I'll look it up. We'll see what happens.
Okay, thank you.
Classic hot toddy recipe.
So, Adam, will you get in trouble if you tell us what celebrity you think is like perfect, like the most beautiful, or
No.
who's perfect? Like,
That's a weird one though.
no, it's not. A lot of people talk about this.
Well, no, my answer is going to be a weird one.
Oh, geez, is it like Kermit the Frog or something? Because that is weird.
No, that's Miss Piggy. No.
Hey, there was times when I was a kid where I was like, sorry.
You know who Zoe Deschanel is?
Yeah.
She's just like a down to earth, like not even one of those off the charts beautiful, but she sings. And she's got a really nice voice when she sings.
Yes, she does. And that's a thing for you. You like singers.
Yeah. I think it's a talent that's really cool. So yeah, that would be my answer. She's a sister to another actress whose name is not ringing a bell right now.
I didn't know that.
Was it Bones?
Her name is Bones?
No, the TV show called Bones.
Okay, yeah.
I know what you're talking about, but I don't know. I can't remember anyone that was in it.
I gotta look this one up.
How about you, Nate? You got a celebrity crush?
Emily Deschanel. She's the girl. She's the actress from Bones.
I didn't know that.
Mine is my obsession, Mark Cuban.
What?
He is my celebrity crush.
But
I can't help it,
You didn't swing that way, man.
dude. You just gotta do what you gotta do.
All right, you can have it. Hey, We're not here to judge
And,
anybody.
and he has crooked fingers. It's just everything, man. How about you, Chuck?
He has crooked fingers.
Yeah. If you ever watch Shark Tank, his these fingers are like way out here. It's something weird.
I don't know who that is.
Mark Cuban,
Yeah.
owner of the Mavericks, went to the Indiana School of Kelly.
I
Business.
recognize the face.
Yeah, he's like famous for being rich kind of guy. Him and Trump used to have a big rivalry.
Oh, they did.
Tweet fights and whatnot. Oh shit, the Mark Cuban again.
What's your answer, Chuck?
You know what? I don't have one yet. I'm trying to think. Marcy could probably remind me. Those crooked fingers come in handy. I don't know what that means, Tina.
Well, let me tell you, when you
No.
I don't want to see. I don't want a visual.
So I looked up hot toddy. It's not what I thought it was.
What
Does
is
it
it?
come up with a drink or a website?
1/2 ounce brown liquor such as brandy, whiskey, or rum, honey, lemon juice, hot water, and a lemon wedge with a cinnamon stick.
That sounds like a cure, like for a cold or something.
It really does. Like you've got a sore throat or something.
Yeah.
Or you're about to go sing karaoke and you need to warm up your vocal cords.
Oh yeah, Paula Abdul. I used to have a thing for Paula Abdul. I guess I kind of still do. Does anyone know who that is anymore?
Is that your?
Yeah, my wife was reminding me who I had a hot spot.
Is she the one that was like on Idol, American Idol, or something? The judge?
Yeah, she was, and she had a few hits back in the 80s.
2 steps forward, 2 steps back.
There you go.
Opposites attract.
See, that's why she'd probably like me, because she's hot and I'm opposite. Ouch!
Dang, awkward.
Why is that awkward?
I'm just being dumb.
Stop it.
Adam, what's your biggest pet peeve?
Someone touching my ears.
That was easy. Yeah,
No,
Is that does that top everything then?
That tops everything. I could think of another one though, but that like my wife is like the only one in this world I allow to touch my ears. And even then, she tends to cross the line sometimes.
You gotta put her in her place, man.
Yeah, I'm like, girl, don't even, that's
Wow.
I was talking about this the other night. When I hate it when I hear someone use the phrase "these ones."
Yeah.
I'm not even a I'm not even one of those who has to correct every grammar error that you ever put on social media or anything. I don't care. I make them myself. But when I'm watching YouTube videos and I hear someone say "these ones," I'm like, stop! It's just these, man. Just these. There's no need to say the ones after it. And I guess reseller related. I hear it a lot in our videos.
That's
lot
true.
of people say it.
It's
lot
true.
of people say it. And I looked it up. So I looked it up on Google. It is an acceptable phrase, like from
Not
an
in Adam's house.
from an English perspective. It's just not. It's not like the right way to say that phrase. And how old is Adam? Adam is 40.
Holy
Turns
smoke.
40 December 31st last year.
Oh no! Did you get gypped on Christmas and your birthday as a kid?
My parents tried hard not to, but it usually always happened. My biggest pet peeve is my husband. I did not realize that y'all were married.
What? Oh yeah.
I didn't know that.
Got kids and everything.
A lot of these statements she's making
Me
make
too,
sense
Tina.
now.
You're over there trying to put this together, like, man, they really like each other.
Like, how did she know that about him?
She lets me check the plumbing in her attic.
I've seen them and ain't never.
Oh gosh. Or use guys. How about that one?
That doesn't bother me nearly as bad as these ones.
You know what one I really don't like because it's common where I live? Wash with an R. Wash.
Wash.
Yep.
My mom all the time. My wife had to correct a lot of the words I said because I grew up in the country as a redneck. Toilet is toilet. I had to be corrected on that.
Toilet.
It's not toilet. I can't even think of all the ones. I've skipped my brain completely. The toilet example is the only one that ever comes up, but I probably said wash. Pen and pin. They're not the same thing. You don't pronounce them the same way, but I do.
Oh, like a pin.
So I got a question for both of you then, since we're on this subject.
What?
Okay. First off, what's your main grocery store where both of you live? Like, what's the big one?
Publix.
Okay,
we go to Aldi and Piggly Wiggly.
Well, never mind. This isn't gonna work. Do you guys have Walmart?
Yeah,
of course. Yeah,
I don't like their meat.
So when people use the term Walmart, especially around here for some reason, they're like, "I'm going to the Walmart." There's one Walmart.
Yeah.
Why do you have to pronounce the every single time? Or like our main grocery store here is Kroger, but like especially old people around here are always like, "I'm going to the Krogers." Like, no, you're not going to multiple Krogers.
You just reminded me of another pet peeve, but I get you. I'm sorry. We'll keep going.
Oh, you're good.
Well, we put the on everything. I mean, it's the YouTube, it's the TikTok, it's the Walgreens, and I do it on purpose because I think
I can't be a part of this.
He's out.
No, I do it on purpose as a goof, but because there's people around here that do that all the time. Everything is the.
No, just Walmart. Now it's the gas station. I have to go to the gas station.
Sure,
well, that's different. But if you're like,
right, but I don't have to go to the Publix. I go to Publix. I got to go to the grocery store.
Like the gas station. You're not saying I got to go to the marathon.
Right.
Like you're just going to the marathon.
No, Robert, it's the interwebs.
Tina, I've never understood that one either. The Ohio State. There's only one Ohio State. Get off your high horse.
That's why it's the.
Still though.
So the one you reminded me of, Nate, was when I one of my first jobs before I graduated high school. I worked at the mall at a department store called Parisians, and the older women. Well, you know, I had to wear a tie and a blazer, so it was kind of fancy.
Sweet.
But the older ladies in the department would always call me Adams. And I don't know why. And I didn't feel right correcting them because I was brought up to respect my elders, right? And so, like, I worked there for 3 years, and for 3 years I was Adams. And I'm like, I have no idea why why my name was Adams. The whole 3 years I worked at Parisians.
How tall are you?
5'6".
Okay, that's not it. Mm-mm. Did you have a little cheesy mustache?
No.
Because I'm thinking, dun-dun-dun-dun.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Like maybe they were mistaking my first name as my last name, but no, they would say, "Hey, Adams, come here." I'm like, why you put an S on the end of that name? It doesn't make sense. So
that is a weird one.
Mm-hmm. They're seeing double.
Quick trip.
Is that something you would say about me? Like I make them see double?
You're intoxicating, Adam.
Yes. Is that it? I'm intoxicating.
You are.
I'm over here pissing myself.
Tina's. Good job, Tina's. Yeah, and Marcy pointed out that putting the S on thing. Walmart's. Let's go to Walmart's. There's a lot of people that do that too.
Yep.
I got a question for you, Adam.
Is this going to be serious?
This is going to be serious.
Good.
Serious. Okay.
You're pretty active on Instagram, right?
Yeah, every day.
Would you rather have all of your followers see a nude pic of you, or would you rather your grandparents see it?
I wouldn't care. All of them.
You're like me. I just don't give a shit.
I don't care, man. If they want to see it, let them see it. I ain't got nothing to hide.
Oh hell, okay.
I mean, I would now.
But
now,
you
my
had to choose.
I would choose my grandparents, and there's the deeper meaning would be because I would get fired from my job if it were on social media or on the internet. So
I'm pretty sure I'd be fired too. They're like, "Oh, you're that guy from Instagram."
What are you saying that yours would be that memorable? People would be able to pick you out.
They'd say, yeah, when he's standing at the urinal, the guy next to him would be like, "Oh, you're that
wait a minute, you're that guy."
Oh, I thought I recognized that.
Can I sign it?
I was gonna say something rude. Can I say something rude? It looked bigger in the picture. Must have been the angle you were taking the picture at.
Camera adds 10 pounds.
Go from the bottom and aim up. It always makes the fish look bigger.
Oh, okay. Thanks for that tip.
You're welcome.
Pro tip for you.
What about you, Chuck?
I feel like my followers on Instagram would be less judgy than my grandparents. My grandparents would be like, you got to lose some weight. Grandpa would be like, that ain't mine. No.
Grandparents follow him, then it's both. Yeah.
Yes, it is, Tina. Totally kid friendly. We offended
Lots
Tina.
of references they wouldn't understand, but it's just as kid friendly as DreamWorks cartoons are these days.
True.
Exactly.
They got cartoons they got jokes for the parents in the room too that the kids don't understand. So
I don't understand some of those. What does
that's
that mean,
okay.
Marcy?
Is Marcy explain them to you?
Yes. Hey, I'm the guy that I've listened to AC/DC my whole life, and I didn't realize how many of their songs were about sex until about 10 years ago.
Oh, shoot.
I'm like, what? Feeding the dog a bone isn't about a dog?
Man alive, yeah.
Yeah,
I grew up listening to that rock too. My dad was I called him a mobile DJ. He'd play for parties and wedding receptions and company parties and stuff like that, right?
That's a cool gig.
So I always was listening to classic rock.
Sweet.
And AC/DC is one of my favorite too. And God, what I can't think of the one right now. But yeah, there's some lines in there when my kids were born and they were riding in the back and I'm singing along with the lyrics and I'd sing it along and I'm like, whoa, I just said that in front of my kid. And I didn't even realize, and like that's when it hit me, was when the kids were witnessing the words that were coming out of my mouth. Because I was just singing along to the lyrics. I've always been singing along to the lyrics of. So that's when it dawned on me.
And then your kids are going, yeah, Dad rocks.
Turn it up, Dad. One of my son's favorite songs is Thunder.
Struck.
AC/DC Thunderstruck. Yeah.
Yep.
So,
that's a good one. That's a hype song.
Totally. We were counting the number of times he has the word thunder in it. And I had a bet with him. I said, I bet Sting, is it Sting that sings Roxanne and the Police?
Yep.
I bet you Roxanne is said more times than Thunder is. And he won. He was totally right. It's like 28 versus 33 or something like that.
I'm going to write that down now.
It's really darn close, but I really figured because Roxanne was a drinking song in college.
Right.
So take a shot every time they say Roxanne. In the last 2 minutes, you're like, I can't even pour fast enough.
What are they talking about in the chat? I'm so behind.
No, Lissa Totina, because after she asked this ain't no PG, told her to go back and watch last week's show with Mo.
Yeah, I watched the one with Lissa too. That one was pretty wild ride.
It was.
So what would be the funniest thing on the gag reel of your life?
Yeah, I was just thinking of something similar like that. Funniest thing on the gag reel of my life. I did some pretty dumb stuff. I had a job with 4-H. Have you ever heard of 4-H?
Oh yeah, I was in 4-H.
Yeah.
My kids are in 4-H.
So I was a 4-H counselor for 3 years.
Okay.
and it was just a summer gig, right? It was in between semesters. The counselors, I'll tell you right now, had more fun than the campers ever did when you're at camp. You did some pretty dumb stuff, and there were initiations for the newer counselors and stuff like that. So I mean, you think we probably did it. Like there was a time where we blindfolded the new counselors and put them in the shower, but we would rub all sorts of different kinds of crap all over them. Like,
oh my goodness!
Not just limited to condiments and stuff like that. I mean, a whole bunch of kinds of crap all over them, and it was like,
I want to party with this dude.
That was when they realized what was going on. It wasn't funny for them. They just thought it was, I'm getting initiated. I'm one of the guys now, right? But no, we were like, this is freaking hilarious. He's got me wiping crap all over it, and he likes it. Yeah, we did some really bad stuff. We one dude. Okay, so Fast and the Furious. Was it Fast and the Furious? No, what was that Nicolas Cage movie where he stole cars?
Gone in 60 Seconds.
Yes, Gone in 60 Seconds came out, and it was during that one of the summers. And we went and we watched the movie on the weekend, and we came back, and one of the two guys thought it would be cool to go around all the counselors' cars, and anybody who left a key in it would they took it and they hid it out in the woods. So everybody thought their cars had been stolen. Well,
CSSK. Sorry.
What had happened was one of the guys had a Jeep and the top was off. And where they hid the cars.
Have a good night, SSK.
See you, Ken. Where they hid the cars, it was out by the football field, and it was the water sprinkler system was fed by the lake, and the lake was like nasty, stinky water, right? So his Jeep got flooded with lake water. And oh man, I wasn't one of the guys, but there was some wrecking with because of that. So that was pretty bad. We did some dumb stuff. I think every kid did. Have you ever told a lie to your parents and just ran with it as far as you possibly could? Ooh. And what happened when they found out?
Oh my God. I know I have, but I don't know if I could remember one right now.
Oh man.
When you just
all did. You know we all did, right?
Yeah. And you know you're caught and you just keep denying.
Yeah. And you're just making up the story, just digging it deeper, and it getting to the point where it makes no sense whatsoever. But no, you swear it was true.
And they knew from the beginning anyway.
Yeah. My dad cornered my best friend when I wasn't around. Had no idea like what story I had told him. And of course, that's when the truth came out. Because if he makes up a lie and it's not the same lie, we're both screwed. Right?
Oh no.
Oh, it was, my dad was smart.
I wish I could think of one. I can't. But...
I don't think I can think of one off the top of my head. Because I'm sure there's been a few.
Mm-hmm. We all been there. We all did that. We all lived through our teenage years.
Tina has a question.
Yeah, she had a good one.
Would you rather fight 5 30-year-olds or fight 35-year-olds?
Ooh. Oh gosh. My wife is a first grade teacher. They're 5-6 years old, right?
Yeah. So she's got experience.
I'm envisioning her classroom, and I'm thinking, on one hand, I want to say if she can do it every day, I should be able to do it at least once. But then again, I think my wife is better than me as far as that's concerned. So I don't know. I would probably choose the 35-year-olds.
I think I would too.
Their punches may be more, but they'll be softer.
Yeah.
And I feel like you could pick up 2 of them and just start beating the other kids with those 2.
Oh no! Grab them by the ankles and swing them around.
You could do like the Hulk
and like you could take out all 29 of the others.
You could get the Loki treatment. Just puny kindergartner.
Puny God.
That is disgusting, Bear.
High school was Freshie day. Freshie day?
such a large ninth grader, no one messed with me, so I didn't ever have that problem.
Yeah.
No one
That
wanted
was
to touch you.
what he described is probably a lot like what I was getting at too. You had no idea.
It
And you were
sounds like it.
blindfolded. 5-year-olds
I mean,
bite.
time traveler has a point. I mean, 5-year-olds would probably bite, so then you're got a bunch of like these little mouths biting you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but 30-year-olds, they know how to throw a punch. They know how to throw a kick. I'd go with the
No,
little.
I'm not saying I'd fight the 30-year-olds. I know where I stand in life.
Yeah.
Like I have a better shot at fighting a bunch of 5-year-olds.
I figure you could punt a couple of them away. You know.
Yeah.
Pick
Hey, I
one
could
up.
fight since I'm short. I could finally do this is Sparta and kick one of the kids in the forehead.
Yes. You'd have to say that. This is Spartan.
This is Sparta.
Back you asked me what was one of the lies somebody told you that you believed. And I actually, for the longest time, I would tell this girl at work, it was another wrestling thing. See, the true story is that I had to have one of my big toenails removed because it got infected, right? And
Ow.
so they killed the root bed and it just never grew back. So whenever I would go over to my friend's house and like swim in the pool or something like that, they would see it. Well, what I would tell the girl is, well, I had to make weight for wrestling one time and I was overweight. So I just started pulling out toenails until I made weight. And this one just never grew back, but I made weight and I wrestled that day. And she believed me for the longest time. So.
We had in our gym in the weight room, they had one of those big universal machines, one of the old chrome ones, you know. And there was always a thing on the corner on those old machines where I think it was supposed to go over your head. Mm-hmm. And like you're supposed to, I don't know, I guess you're supposed to do this maybe to strengthen your neck. I don't know what it was for. Nobody ever used it. But, you know, whenever a girl or a freshman would ask what that was for, it was dick curls. We always said, no, those are for dick curls. And we had a girl in our class that actually believed it because we're like, well, yeah, you got to strengthen it so you don't get hurt, you know, on the football field or you're wrestling. It's got to be strong. And she's like, oh, okay. Yeah, we only do that when there's nobody else around.
So this
in the weight room too, and make sure to wipe it off.
Well, yeah, you're supposed to wipe it when you're done. That's just courtesy.
So in high school in the weight room, guys, were you both in the weight room in high school?
Yeah.
Yes.
So
occasionally.
So I guess my question is, did you guys ever have this thing where someone would be benching and we'd be doing maxing for the week, and they'd be maxing and you just drop your balls on their forehead and there's nothing they can do? Is that just my school?
Isn't that called teabagging?
Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah, we had that. We also would do it whenever somebody would be dead asleep in their bunk, and then we'd wake them. We'd put our hang it over their face, and then use one of those air horns and wake them up real fast.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. I can't believe my brothers didn't think of these things.
Yeah, counselors had more fun, man.
No, we never.
Go ahead, Chuck.
I was just gonna say we never teabagged each other. We would just try to make each other laugh and say something like, "Are you looking up my shorts?" You know, when you're spotting someone, and then of course they'd laugh. But we never thought of actually teabagging.
Oh yeah, it was a regular occurrence. So much that the weight teacher or weight class teacher was our like lineman football coach in high school. And he's like, I swear to God, if I see another nutsack in this room, I'm gonna flip out. Like it would piss him off so much.
Did you ever play that game in high school where if you pointed and somebody looked at your hand, you get to punch them?
Yes, and me and my son still play that.
I don't even know what the name of that game is.
I don't either. My son tries to get me all the time, and he's really bad at it.
Yeah,
we actually
stupid game.
Northern Indiana has a couple of billboards, if they still have them, of that saying, "Oh, look, you looked." Like someone's paying for that.
I saw
You
someone.
better watch out because somebody's gonna jump out from behind that billboard and hit you.
Wait.
Oh God!
I saw that on a decal on somebody's bumper the other day.
Oh yeah.
So it's made its way to Wisconsin.
Oh, that girl was dumb, Lisa. We also convinced her once that this other girl was mad at her because the dress she was wearing looked exactly like the curtains in her mom's kitchen. And for some reason, that made the girl mad at her, and she apologized for wearing that dress. Yeah, she was dumb. Sorry. No other way to say it.
So I had a question for you guys, and if you had to be tortured, would you prefer shoots under your nails or needles in your eye?
I hate this one, but I would take the nails.
Yeah.
Shoots in the nail. I do it about once a week. Right now, I have a sliver under this fingernail. I don't know if you can see it, but it's there. That it's been there for about 3 weeks. I can't get it out. It's too deep. I'm waiting for it to grow or something.
Right.
I couldn't do the needles in the eye. Nope.
I would say the same. I could not do needles in my eye.
I feel like the needle in the eye would be too much possible permanent damage.
Exactly.
They say your eye heals faster than anything. I've heard.
Yeah.
Well, why don't you test it, Chuck?
You
Test that for us.
Okay, so when I thought of that question, I had to dig a little deeper because it reminded me of that saying about cross my heart, hope to die, stick a needle in your eye, right? And I was like, where in the world did this possibly come up from? Because all these silly sayings have a history for some reason, right?
Yeah, and some of it's pretty dark.
Yeah, this one is dark, okay? This was to make sure during like the plagues and stuff like that you weren't burying someone who was just in a coma versus who was dead. Because so you would stick a needle in their eye to wake them up if they were in a coma.
Oh my God.
I'm like, what? There's got to be a better way. But
yeah.
No. So
just fart in their face or something, man.
So the cross my heart, hope to die, stick a needle in my eye was the way of saying stick a needle in my eye first before you just throw me in this pit because you think I'm dead.
Dang.
Right? Isn't that crazy?
That is.
It's just messed up, man.
It'd be a bad time to be playing a prank on your family. Like, oh God, my eye.
Well, that's like the ring around the rosy thing too, because the ring around the rosy was about some disease that kids would get, and you'd get these spots all over, and pocket full of posies because they would put flower petals in their pocket because they'd start to stink because their skin was rotting, and it was like, well, this is just awesome. We all fall down. I guess that's when you die.
When you die from it.
Yeah, when I complain about my childhood, I'm like, I think I was all right. I think it was okay.
I'm just Jeff Foxworthy was one of the best comedians I used to listen to, and you just reminded me of one of his lines when he would say, "You know what? My mom was all right, my dad was all right. I'm just a butthole. I'm just messed up."
I think it's true. Bubonic plague, Lissa says.
There you go.
I bet you're right.
Hi, Josh.
Hey, Josh, big nugget.
Josh, you came in just in time. I got a very personal question for Adam. Okay, you ready for this one?
Yeah. Do I need my measuring
Would
tape?
you rather have pubic hair that grows 5 times as fast every time you shave it, or would you rather have a micro penis?
Oh, it'd have to be with the pubic hair that grew 5 times fast every time you shave it, because eventually it's going to it only grows so far, and so
I would kind of turn it into a spectacle.
No, the whole micro penis thing. No, not even going to think of accepting that as possible.
What if it just kept growing and came out your pant leg eventually? And
that's what I'm saying. I would make it into a spectacle.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Oh, at some point I'd have to start putting some grease or gel in it and combing it and
braiding it,
braid it and let it. Yeah, pull it, let it hang out the zipper or something, and wrap it around my waist like a belt. There you go. Then
Yes.
you just think it was a belt, and then no one would know any different.
You can hang things on it. It'd be pretty.
Some charms or something, and
That would
I
be a
mean,
whole nother market.
I mean, people do it with their hair all the time. When they put dreadlocks in their hair, they'll just roll up the fresh new growth and make it all part of the new dread, right?
I mean, if you grew it long enough, you could fluff it out and then like not have to wear pants.
Yeah.
It'd be amazing. Oh, let me just spread my hair. Gotta go take a shit.
You would need to live in a more temperate climate, a little bit more tropical climate to get away with something
True.
like that.
True.
But,
And if you had a micro penis, it'd be even easier to hide everything. So
you really have to grow it out to cover it if you didn't have a micro penis.
yeah, and like Robert says, then you'd be the one leaving those hairs in the restaurant.
Yeah. You would.
You'd be walking down the hall and just leaving a trail.
They're like, oh god, there goes Nate and his pubes to the bathroom again. How about you, Chuck?
Oh, I'd go with the pubes. Let's go with the super fast pube growth. 'Cause I could go bald like you guys someday, and then I might be thankful to have those.
Yeah.
I could make a wig.
Well, I guess eventually then you could just comb it on up your shirt and around your ears and up the top.
Yeah, just a comb up over, like
A
way
big
up
comb
over.
up over.
Or I could get locked in a tower by my evil stepmother, and someone would have to rescue me.
Chuck, let down your pubes.
Dexter is awesome, Josh.
Oh, who said something about Dexter?
I've
correct.
never
Josh
watched
did.
Dexter.
Dexter is coming back on in November.
I heard that.
Yes, I am so pumped for it.
Do you
I'm
like
gonna-
that show, Adam?
Dexter's the only show I would actually pay
Oh,
to
my-
get Showtime for the time it was on, and then I'd cancel my Showtime.
Hey, now that you said that, I'm gonna have to pay for Showtime. That's
Is it on
unfortunate.
anywhere else? Is it on Hulu or anything?
Nope.
Dag nabbit. I'll never see it then.
The
You haven't even
rerun.
seen
Some of the
original
first
Dexter.
few seasons are on Netflix, but not all 6 seasons.
Just a couple of them. I hate when they do that.
Yeah.
Give us it all. Yep.
It changes though. Like there at some time, maybe it's all of them. At some time, it's just the first 2 or 3. But
Yeah, because sometimes don't they do like weekends where the whole series is for free? So then they're
Yeah.
like, we're gonna trap you on your couch all weekend, so you binge watch it.
let's see.
You ain't shaving your pubes this weekend.
They're just gonna have to grow. That'd be a great marketing technique to watch Dexter. Skip the pube shave. Watch Dexter instead.
I watched the first episode of
I didn't
Breaking
know they were
Bad this
filming.
week, and I
You
did.
did what about Breaking Bad?
I watched the first episode. I was.
You're gonna keep watching, aren't you?
I was not thrilled.
You gotta get okay. You have to get through midway through the first season.
I don't remember the first episode, but I do remember Breaking Bad was one of the best all shows, like the whole story all the way through. Was one
Really?
of the best ones I've seen. Yeah.
Yes.
I
If
value
you don't
your opinion.
finish it, I'm going to replace you with Adam because he appreciates Breaking Bad.
Dang it!
I do not appreciate the Netflix TV show or movie that they did about the car named after the car. What was that?
Oh, you're
what's-
talking about
What's the
Like a
car with the
spin-off?
truck bed? What El Camino?
Oh, yeah.
Was that
They
like
did-
a spinoff?
Yes, it was a movie
Yeah.
spinoff about the guy who was at the end of the. Well, I don't want to ruin it for you. Let's just say that they took the guy who had no real closure at the end of the whole TV series,
Okay.
and they went back and filled in holes for you, and then gave it closure by the end of the movie.
Oh, and it wasn't good.
They should have left that alone. And if anything, they might have done maybe another like limited series, but not try to wrap it all up in a movie.
It looks like Dexter is currently removed off of Netflix, but Safe is on there with the same guy. I don't even know his name. What is the guy's name who plays Dexter?
Cranston, something. Is that right?
Oh, that's the guy in Breaking
Oh,
Bad.
Dexter. I'm sorry. Duh.
Brian
Michael C.
Cranston.
Hall.
Michael C. Hall. That's it. Oh, just sold something.
Michael C. Hall.
That's who
Wasn't
played
he in
Dexter.
16 Candles? Thank you, Lissa. I know you love this hat. Lissa said she loved my hat. At least that's how I'm reading that.
I knew you'd be in love with that hat. It screamed you. Yep, she likes it.
I thought so too. When I saw it, I'm like, that's my hat. Anthony Michael Hall, right?
Michael C. Hall. Yeah, that.
I was close.
What about Better Call Saul, the spinoff from Breaking Bad? Do you watch that, Nate?
Never seen it.
I was not a fan. I watched it all the way through.
I wanted to be, you know?
Same. Like I was just waiting for it. Like this is the moment when the show takes off for me, and I never had that.
Never happened. Never happened.
I don't think he's a good main character. Like I think he's a good supporting character.
He's a good supporting character, yeah.
You know.
Have you seen I have not seen it yet, but have you seen the movie called Nobody with him in it as the lead role?
I'm gonna see that soon.
I want to see that movie. Ultimately, like I said, I've just seen the trailer, but he has a history he was a rough, tough guy, and to get married, he changed his ways, and he became a nobody. Everybody would walk all over him, talk about him. He'd never stand up for himself type of person. And then eventually he just cracked and he went back to his old ways. And that's what the movie's supposed to be about. But I want to see it because I think he's a great actor, but I don't honestly know how he would do as a lead role actor.
Well, I just think it was bad of them trying to do a spinoff as a shady lawyer as main character, because it wasn't like that character he played to me was not main character worthy, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I just couldn't get past it, but I just struggle with that series.
Yeah, I don't think the writing was very good either. His brother's character was very. I never got into the purpose of his brother in that TV show either. But Breaking Bad, though.
Yeah, me either.
I like Breaking Bad. I would like Breaking Bad, Dexter. Those are two series I would go back and watch over and over and over again.
What about Ozark?
I never saw Ozark.
You should watch it if you loved Breaking Bad and you loved Dexter.
Okay.
Watch Ozark.
That one I do want to check out because I'm a big fan of.
You still haven't watched that one?
No. Quit yelling at me. What are you, my father? God, that guy's pushy.
And then as far as like sitcoms are concerned, Friends is one of my all-time favorite sitcoms. How I Met Your Mother isn't as good as Friends, but How I Met Your Mother is still pretty good.
See, I liked How I Met Your Mother better.
Yeah?
Yeah. But Friends, I'm not a big fan of Friends or Seinfeld, and that gets me beat up a lot.
Yeah, I didn't watch Seinfeld. I just never turned it on. I never saw it. There was another. The Office. Lots of people like The Office. I watched, like you were saying about Breaking Bad. I watched episode number 1, and I'm like, I have no reason to watch the second episode. Like, like nothing has interested me here.
And see, I love The Office because I lived it. I swear to God, I worked.
So what gets me? Maybe you can explain it to me better than others have in the past. They say you've got to get to season 2, and I'm like, well, why in the world? How did it possibly take off if season 1 was so bad that you have to just stomach through season 1 to get to season 2?
Don't you wonder that?
I do.
It makes no sense to me. So
and see, I liked season 1. Yeah, if that didn't trigger with people, then why would it come back?
I've gotten through 3 episodes of the first season because my brother is obsessed with The Office. He literally watches an episode every single day and has watched it over and over. Like, he's obsessed, and he thinks I'm crazy. And I told him, I don't know, the first 3 episodes I just could not get into because it wasn't funny to me. Yeah. And he goes, oh, no. He goes, get through season 1. After season 2, it just takes off.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Do I have to watch season 1 to understand seasons 2 and 3 and 4 and 5?
Probably not.
Because
I never made it that far.
I was at a yard sale, and they had season 2 and 3 on DVD for $1 each, and I bought them. And I'm like, okay, if I can't stomach season 1, let me just jump straight to season 2. But I haven't done it yet. So I was like, because I was thinking, maybe I'm gonna miss something. Maybe there's jokes I won't get.
I don't think so.
Referencing the first season.
I don't think so.
So,
see, I think what I like, it's relatable to me. I swear, every character on there, I've worked with each and every one of those characters.
Yeah.
So when I see that on TV, I'm laughing at it, And maybe you haven't experienced those kind of morons, but in fact, I still work with a couple of them.
Yeah.
Not you, Ann. It's not you.
He starts name dropping.
I will jump straight into season 2 and see where it goes from there. Like, my wife won't even watch it with me because she's like, season 1 was like, we watched the first 2 episodes together and was like, that's just not even funny.
Yeah.
So, anyway,
we'll try it. It's not for everyone.
We'll try it. What was the most unclassic, like unpopular movie you saw when you were a teenager that is one of your favorite movies? And what I mean by that is, like, it's not like a cult classic. It's not a huge movie. Most people probably wouldn't even know what you're talking about. What was one of your favorite ones?
Oh my God, I can't remember what it was called, and I have one.
Mine was Dazed and Confused.
Oh, that's a good flick.
You know that movie?
I do.
Not a lot of people know that movie, but it was.
Oh, yeah. It's a comedy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's about the last day of school, first day of summer.
What was the name of that movie? The one I'm thinking of, I can't remember what it was called, but it was made in the 80s. It was these 3 kids that were, like preteens. And I think they kept getting these signals from space and telling them to build this thing, giving them these schematics, and they built it. I think the one kid was really smart. And basically what they built was out of a tilt-a-whirl thing, they built something to travel through space. And they got in this thing and they did the programming, and here it was an alien kid that was sending them this information on how to build this thing so that he could come and visit them.
Never saw that one.
Oh, I can't think of what it was called. Maybe someone in the chat will remember that.
All right, guys, I finished my water. I got to take a break. Can I take a break for real quick?
Oh, yeah, we're going to talk shit about you, but go ahead.
All right, thanks. I'm one of those guys who's got to, be the first one to walk away from the card table.
Leave the mic on so we can hear you.
No way.
Take us with it.
Absolutely not. Oh, you want to go with me? I'll turn the video off. Take the mic with me. How about that?
I gotta look up that movie. What the heck was the name of that movie? Do you know what? You don't know what I'm talking about, do you? Well, did you pick a movie?
Yeah, what?
Did you say what a movie was? What the movie was that you like that no one else knows about?
I do, but I can't remember the name of it. It was like some kind of weird blueberry. It had a random name, but it literally was nothing. It was an hour and a half of weird short commercials.
Like Kentucky Fried Movie?
Oh my God, is that it? Wait.
That might, because that was kind of like that, and that's a ridiculous movie that I love too. Oh, I'm hoping I found my movie. No, what? Shut up, Internet. You're dumb. Internet doesn't like me. Time Traveler. Explorers. That's what it was. Explorers. Thank you, Jeff.
So that. It was Kentucky Fried Movie.
You're welcome. I love
Thank
that one
you.
too. That was so dumb that I loved it.
Oh yeah, I didn't realize from '77, but I'm looking at the trailer, and that was definitely it.
Sweet.
Because when my wife and I first moved in together, I told her, I'm like, you got to watch this movie, and she thought it was dumb.
Odd.
She did, but she watched it all, so she was kind of entertained, I think.
And then she still married you.
All right, that just confirms the answer to the question. I would prefer the pubes over the micro penis. I was holding that for quite a while. like
the
Austin
micropenis
Powers
would
coming
spray.
out of cryostasis. Evacuation complete.
So my movie was called Explorers. While you were gone, I figured out my movie is called Explorers from
Explorers.
1985.
Okay.
Jeff figured it out.
And
job,
what was
Jeff.
the name of my movie, Chuck?
Kentucky Fried Movie.
Yes.
I'd not heard of that one or Explorers. Huh.
Well,
Maybe I can come
I
up with
did
a
not
better one. that you
realize
haven't
mine
heard
was
of.
old. Mine came from 1977, but I watched it from as a teenager and then introduced my wife to it. It's probably stupid to most people, but Chuck watched it and liked it, so that makes me feel good.
Well, I'm stupid. So, yes, Ethan Hawke was in Explorers, Big Nugget.
Really?
I was thinking River Phoenix, but no, it was Ethan Hawke. I think. I don't know. One of them punks.
Cool. That would have been like he was a kid in that movie too, huh?
Yeah, it was 1985.
Okay.
It was like, I think it was working on the Goonies vibe, like little kids on an adventure type of thing.
Yeah. Okay. What is promiscuous time traveler's name?
I don't know his first name.
Thank goodness that guy's gone. Thought he'd never shut up.
And I know he's joking.
Yeah. He was talking about you? No, I'm just kidding.
I hope not.
Explorers, Times Square. Times Square. I don't know that movie.
Times Square?
Many
That sounds familiar, actually.
Season 1. Cheesehead said many shows have a weak season 1. I guess that's true, but I mean, how else do you get hooked? I mean,
Or how do they get renewed for another season? That's what I don't understand.
I don't know. I truly don't know. But I've seen some shows. I've tried some shows that I'm like, what in the world? There's this TV show on Hulu that makes fun of people who work at stores, like a major store, like it's Cloud something. It's like a Walmart, but it's not a Walmart. It's
Oh, I know what you're talking about. It's
it
like
is
a
the absolute
supermarket.
worst show I have ever turned on.
Thank you.
It's on right
Thank
now.
you.
It's
It's on
current. It's a
Hulu.
current.
Well, I don't know. When I first subscribed to Hulu, it came up as recommended, and I'm like, "What did I watch that made you recommend this to me?"
I thought it was
How
stupid.
many
too.
episodes did you get through?
2. I started the 3rd one, and I was like, "No, I would rather rip my eyeballs out of my head. I'm not going to watch this 3rd."
So
show.
I watched the whole first season
Mm-mm.
when it first came out, and
Superstore.
I kept
Robert got it.
waiting for it to get better.
Robert
It
must watch a lot of
never
TV.
got better. Oh my gosh.
It's a good thing it ended, Robert. It
Kyle.
needed to.
Kyle is a time traveler.
Hey,
Hi, Kyle.
He's promiscuous.
Well, Adam, do you got anything you want to promote before we end the show?
Yeah,
Anything coming up?
I do my shows on Wednesday nights when I have them at 8 o'clock, and it's my URL, easy to remember, is BaldyPal.com. I usually interview people and learn things in the reseller world that I'm interested in from that I've never dug into before.
That's a
Last
good
night,
idea.
though, we had a really good debate set up, and that ended up being a pretty popular thing. So it might be something I continue to do. Like, for instance, I had 2 guests on the show. It was Paul, Philly Flipper, and Wyatt from Rewild Reselling. And we, over different topics, specifically of Facebook Marketplace, I just came up with different questions and different topics for that one topic. And, you argue your side for it or against it, or is it good? Is it bad? Could it be better? And it ended up being a really good conversation. The chat was very involved with it. So we'll probably continue something like that too in the future, because, anytime you can get the chat involved in the conversation is great. So
I agree.
But yeah, that's all I got really going on. I mean, my shows are, if you've never seen my channel before, 90% of it is I go shopping on my lunch break. I go thrifting on my lunch break to see what I can find in 30 to 40 minutes to help people understand that yes, it's work, but with just a little bit more effort, you can pay off those extra bills that you have or unexpected costs. Like we were talking about, a lady had to fix a plumbing issue that from work that I was telling her about it. And then personally, like we had to pay a deductible because something flew up off the road and hit my wife's car. But you know what? So, I mean, I've got this extra money I made on eBay. I don't have to dig out of my savings to pay for it. Right. So I paid off my truck a year early because of the money I made on eBay. I made extra payments towards my truck every single month. So that's kind of like what I try to promote is it's not just about I'm money hungry or anything like that. It's more about being smart with the money that you make and don't keep your savings for your savings, right? So,
and you can make time if you want. You know, you can say I don't have time, but do it on your lunch break. You know, you can find time if you're serious. And
I end up eating my lunch back at my desk after the hour is up, and literally eating my lunch at my desk, doing whatever work I can do at the same time, and then I shop on my lunch break. I go to there's 5 different thrift stores in my city, and I hit them at different rotations at different times of the week. So
that's cool.
Sounds like my channel. I can only thrift once a week right now because that huge hoarder house haul that I recently got. Oh, that would be cool.
Check out those videos. Big Nuggets. It was amazing. He had an amazing haul.
I will. Those hoarder houses are. A guy invited me to his house. He promoted it on Facebook as a yard sale. But I asked him. I said, "Could I come over early and just like get some extra pickings, And he let me and my buddy Gary come over to his house the Friday night before the yard sale on Saturday morning, and it was just like a garage full of I think someone passed away. And it was his uncle or something like that. So it was his uncle's house, and he was some type of hoarder as well. And I didn't take everything. Like it wasn't one of those whole buyout situations, but you basically just got to go through everything and take whatever you want and make a pile and then set a price on the entire pile. It wasn't individually priced at all.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah,
that'd be fun.
That was fun. Appreciate you letting me come on the show. I totally enjoy talking with you guys. I enjoy listening to you guys on the other weeks when you have other guests on here and just hanging out in the chat. And you crack me up. I mean, these questions are just so off the wall.
Nate's got issues.
I have a lot of issues.
Yeah, but it's thought provoking and it's crazy, and I like it. That's the kind of stuff I like. And cool. Like I was saying before, Nate, with your fork videos, I mean, I don't know if you want to talk about it on this channel because it's 2 separate channels, but those fork videos, that's something else. I'll tell you right now.
I'm telling you, everyone, if you're not subscribed to Fork Me, go subscribe. And you're either going to love me after the video that drops tonight, or you're really going to hate me and save all your hate comments until next Thursday where you can tell me live.
Yeah.
I guess I still think the Fork Me is going to blow up. I think it's just the right amount of ridiculousness, and it's nice and short, and I just feel like it's going to.
Do you put those on TikTok or Reels?
I put one on
like
TikTok.
I think you would take
the rest of them
because they're so short. I think they would be a great platform on TikTok.
I agree. I think you should put them everywhere.
I tried one. I will. That's something I've been trying to get better at with social media. Obviously, I'm sucking, but that's just how I am.
I can't do anything more than YouTube. I've tried TikTok. I had one video that never went viral, but I was like blown away by how quickly it got like 400 views in like a day. And I was like, this is crazy. Oh, wow. But I'm like, it does not interest me to continue making short videos because I'm making 20 to 30 minute videos on YouTube already. So
yeah.
Well, tomorrow night I'm on Gino's show. For some reason, he's having me back.
Yeah, I catch those every now and again.
He told me he had to get a $20,000 bond to have me on his show. I don't know what he meant by that, but he keeps harassing me, and I'll be there. So Gino's Finds tomorrow night. That's all I got to promote.
All right.
And all I got, I have another resale video. I know they're few and far between, but I got another one that will be dropping this weekend, and I have a pretty cool picture that I got from my personal collection. It's really dumb, but I'm quite proud of it. So I'm going to show that off. And then like I said, I have a very interesting Fork Me video coming out after the show. I just gotta get it uploaded. Luckily, they're really quick to upload. But
I was about to say, is it not already uploaded? Because I'm like sitting on your channel ready right now. I'm just
no, it literally takes like less than a minute to upload, just because I have everything everything's already done.
I got you.
Got to make it live. So, but yeah, that's all I got. I don't know. We really appreciate you being on. And then next week, I know he came out with the video today saying he was taking a break, but we're supposed to have Bobby, the cap guy, back on next week on Chuck's channel. So I will keep everyone updated if that changes. But
we'll be on no matter what. If we have to talk,
yeah, we'll be on no matter what. But hopefully Bobby comes on.
Excellent.
But that is all we got. Everyone has a good night and a good weekend.
Bye, y'all. Thanks for being here.